Welcome to Game Dev Learns Guitar, a vlog series about learning guitar in hopes of making awesome video game soundtracks.
Hello and welcome to the channel. Now, I'm a complete amateur at guitar. I'm about as amateur as one can get at guitar. And one thing I really want to do on guitar is I want to learn how to play guitar so I can make like rock tracks for my games. And just like so many things involved in rock music: strumming, alternate picking, harmonics, shredding, riffs, all that stuff. But then I got this idea: what if I research different genres based on the thing that I'm currently learning, and then make like guitar vlogs exploring those genres, and then trying to replicate the skills in certain songs and video game tracks within those genres. I actually got the idea from the YouTube channel Pastor Brad Rocks, where he has this playlist of videos talking about Christian bands in each genre of rock, such as Christian death metal. Really, I realized that Christian death metal was a thing. That's the first time I realized that death metal was actually a thing at all. Main skill I'm trying to learn right now is just basic strumming, challenging or metronome exercises or anything like that. Just basic strumming in general. Which leads me to the first genre that I'm exploring for this vlogging series, which is folk and folk rock music. I learned 2 Shoshone patterns and 2 regular folk/folk rock songs, and then 2 folk themed video game tracks. But first, let's look at a little bit of history on folk rock and folk music, shall we? Folk music started as traditional music passed down through generations. Long before recording studios, people sang folk songs at home, at work, and in small communities. The focus wasn't flashy guitar playing, it was storytelling. Simple chord progressions, day rhythms, and lyrics about everyday life. Love, hardship, travel, social issues, church, Christianity, flowers, trees. The weeds, plural. Artists like Woody Guthrie helped popularize American folk music in the early 20th century, and later musicians like Bob Dylan carried that tradition into the 1960s folk revival. And then later, in the mid-1960s, came the Byrds, combining the folk-like songwriting of Bob Dylan with the electrical rock guitar elements of the Beatles, forming what is today known as folk rock. The first strumming pattern I'm currently working on is the one for the song Mr.Tambourine Man, made by the Byrds. Now, I found this tutorial by a good guitarist, and in the strumming pattern he gave me, it has 3 chords: the D chord, G chord, and the A chord. And for the strumming pattern, you first start with the root of each chord, down, and then up, down, up. Now, I don't really focus on timing in this one because it's really hard to switch between the D chord and the G chord in a fast amount of time. But I'm currently working on it. But right now, I'm just working on getting the strumming pattern down. And here's how it will go. And that's basically strumming pattern in a nutshell. Also, a shout out to Casey Pleb. He commented in my last video, told me that I can actually mute some of the chords, or not the chords, the string with my thumb. For example, with the D chord, you can, because you don't strum these 2 strings in the chord, you can actually cover it with your thumb to keep it from making noise. So shout out to Casey Pleb for that little bit of advice. The video game track I'm working on is Old Shoshone for Firewatch, made by Chris Remo, which from what I understand, Firewatch is a game about a fire watchman in the woods, and he has to watch out for forest fires and talk to people. So I looked up this tutorial by Andy Hillier Guitar Channel, and for Keeping things simple because I'm still an amateur, I'm going to focus on bar 3 and 4 for this vlog. And the strumming pattern is down, 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 up, down. And just like Mr. Tambourine Man, I'm not worried too much about timing because I'm still trying to work on switching chords fast enough to keep the strumming going. So I'm just going to show you what the strumming pattern looks like. The next strumming pattern I'm working on is from the song Dusty Bibles by Josiah Queen. Now, Josiah Queen is considered more in the genre of contemporary Christian rather than folk rock or folk in general. However, I do think some of his songs can be considered folk or folk rock, such as this one. Now, the strumming pattern for Dusty Bibles is a lot similar to the strumming pattern I learned for Mr. Tambourine Man, but instead of starting with the root note, it's just a downstroke. So it's down, down, up, down, up. You start with A minor, F major, and then repeat the pattern for the C chord twice. The next track that I'm learning isn't necessarily in a video game per se, it's a TV show based on that game, which is the chorus to Toss a Coin to Your Witcher, based on The Witcher, which is basically about hunting witches and making certain choices to alter the game story. And according to the tutorial I looked up, the chorus is pretty simple, it's slow, and it's all downstrokes. It's A minor, E major, C major, D major, and back to A minor. So here's what it kind of sounds like. And that's pretty much the progress I made so far. Obviously, I need to get better at changing the chords faster to keep the strumming going. I also need to work on my timing and do some metronome exercises. And hey, if there's any professional guitarists out there who has a bit of advice to offer, don't hesitate to leave those in the comments because I can use all the help I can get. And before you check out, if you enjoyed this video, why don't you check out this video or this playlist, and I'll see you in the next level.